Hello, it's Joy Olson of Blockbuster Fundraising here on our very first day of our Fall Fundraising Festival. And when September rolls around and you are Development Director, the number one thing on your mind is your year-end campaign. So specifically, a year-end campaign is just a series of donor communications that all occur within a specific time frame, and of course a specific time frame with a very well-defined goal, right? You know exactly what you are going to be responsible for bringing into the organization by December 31st. Well, even if your year-end efforts have in the past just been limited to one fundraising letter and a thank you note, it isn't that difficult to turn your fall fundraising letter into a full-fledged year-end renewal campaign. And if you've been running a more sophisticated campaign, and I suspect you have, it might be time to add a new channel or produce a campaign wrap-up video. Make it exciting, get inspired, and that's what Blockbuster Fundraising is all about. We try to bring you the best of the best practices out there and great ideas and new inspiration, all right? So regardless of your campaign's current status, taking it to the next level is going to take some advanced planning to ensure that you have enough time, money, and technology to execute it well. You know, they used to say in the old days, if you have enough time and enough money, you can do anything. Well, nowadays it's if you have enough time, money, and technology, you can do it, okay? And you can do it well. All right, so just to get you started and just to get our mindset going in the Fall Fundraising Festival, here's a quick guide to planning and preparing for our annual campaign, okay? Step number one, create your campaign timeline. I'm going to give you a link to a good timeline for you to use, but like any campaign, a year-end campaign should have a specific start date and end date. And this is time to review what you've done in the past and consider which activities you might newly implement or do again. Very, very important, all right? Check history. History shows you what has been working for you and what hasn't. So check it out. Look over all your different components of your year-end fundraising last year of 2016. And what are some of those components that you definitely want to look over and definitely want to incorporate into your 2017 plan? Your direct mail, number one. Your campaign should include at least 2 standard mail pieces. The first of which is a targeted, segmented, personalized appeal. Okay? Targeted, segmented, and personalized. Direct mail. Number 2, email campaign. At least 2 or 3 emails. And oftentimes you will be sending these to donors who haven't yet participated in your campaign. And I think we'll get into more of your your online email campaigns later in our Fall Fundraising Festival. But very minimum, 2 or 3 emails, okay? All right, third, thankathon. So important and so perfect for fall. In addition to your individual thank you letters, get your board and some key volunteers together for a telephone-based thankathon. No asking, just thanking. And we will be covering more scripts and how to do a thankathon here in our Fall Fundraising Festival. But it's extremely important to give whoever is making those calls just a little bit of information about the people they're calling so that you can refer to their support, to their last gift. Make it personal. All right. Now, 4. your major donors. Your major donors are very important people, and they have a mini campaign of their own within your year-end plan. And your current major donors, of course, are included in your annual campaign, and they have a very definite targeted appeal, and it is personalized with a note from a board member. Okay, it's very personalized and definitely refers to exactly the impact of the gifts that they have been making. Now let's look at social media, because if you have a following on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you definitely want to get them involved in your campaign and the status updates. You want to make sure that you get some videos out there and mission-related photos. Really include your online, your social media followers, because a lot of those people are going to be inspired by some of the warm, fuzzy information, videos, and pictures they see, and are going to really consider and send you a year-end gift. All right, so that's a review of your year-end campaign components, all right? Each of those components should accomplish these three things. One, they should express sincere gratitude to your donors for their past support. And number two, they should inform your donors of what they've achieved through their previous gift, the impact. That's so important. People want to know what their gift is doing, and that it's important, and that it's doing what they hoped it was doing when they sent it. And three, inspire your donors and directly ask for continued support, because this is year end, and year end is about a year end ask. So you have to make an ask, and during the Fall Fundraising Festival we will get more into annual appeals, but you want to ask at least 3 times in your letter, because oftentimes your donor isn't even going to see that ask until about the 3rd time. So you'll want a consistent message and design incorporated into each of your campaign materials. And of course, you're going to really determine the best time for each activity. One of the things that I wanted to talk a little bit about, and we'll come back to in the Fall Fundraising Festival, but it's one of the most fun parts of year-end fundraising is your theme. And so your theme, I think, should be consistent, and it makes it, you pick out a wonderful heartfelt theme and brainstorm it, and then your pictures and your videos and your message is all centered around that theme. Like that idea? I love it. This is just the beginning here, the Fall Fundraising Festival and fundraising plans, and we're going to go over a lot of different tasks that you are going to want to address, and in September is when you're going to be talking about this. You're going to want to absolutely look at your database in terms of segmentation. And you're definitely going to want to have an understanding, know what is your renewal rate. And you really are going to be setting goals for each of the different components that we talked about. You're going to have your direct mail goal, which will be larger than your online goal. You're going to want to look at your lapsed donors, and you're going to want to have a goal for getting those lapsed donors to renew. You'll have your major gift donors. You'll have your monthly donors. We will get into this. You'll consider, is there time to do an acquisition between now and year end? Is that in your plan? Is that in your budget? I hope it is. You're going to, of course, we talked about your theme, and to me, that's one of the most fun parts. I'm looking at the task list here. That's so much fun to me, the theme. I don't even consider it a task. How about your donation page? You know, have you upgraded it lately? Have you looked at your website? Have you upgraded your contacts in social media? Surely now would be a good time to touch base with your mail house. Let them know when you are planning to drop your mail pieces and see how busy they are, what coincides. I always knew the exact date that I wanted my letters to be in the mailbox, and it was always before the craziness of Thanksgiving. In the old days, when I first, 20-some years ago, they were teaching us to be the first piece of mail after the day after Thanksgiving. That just doesn't work anymore. I mean, it's craziness after Thanksgiving. So you definitely want to know when your pieces, you want them to land in the mailbox. So you want to talk to your mail people, because you want to make sure that they're not so busy that it's going to be a day or two late. Get it in earlier if you have to. So there is just a bunch of fun ahead, and I think it is fun. It's an exciting time of year for a fundraiser. So right now, this is Troy Olson saying that's enough. That's enough for right now, okay? We're getting ready for year end, and we know it's going to be an exciting time for all of us. Lots more fundraising tips, free fundraising tips, video tips on our YouTube channel, and you can find out a lot more at our blockbusterfundraising.com page, joyolsongroup.com, and of course we're on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest, and we're just here for you, and we're excited about your 2017 goals and results, and we know this is going to be an outstanding year for you, and we're thrilled to be a part of it. So tune in soon again. We're planning to be here every Tuesday for you during our Fall Fundraising Festival, so it gives you plenty of time to think of us. Every Tuesday we're going to be here, and we look forward to seeing you again then. And we're also going to be putting out new information each and every day, so check out our different sites. All kinds of different tips to keep you inspired and excited and getting those great results. Bye-bye. Thanks.